Hypnotherapy. What comes to your mind when you think of hypnotherapy? Stage shows, kind of scary, didn't take control of my mind. So how did I end up coming to hypnotherapy? And really, this was an impulse decision by me. I had a friend come to me that was going to use a hypnotherapist and went to her first session, and she called me right away and she said, Cass, you would be so natural at this. I really think you should look at it. So I went and looked at the program, and I really fell in love with the owner of the school. I fell in love with his soul. I fell in love with what he was doing and helping heal other people. And I really had this complete paradigm shift around what hypnotherapy is and really the elements and levels of consciousness. And I think that the media world, information world has really brought us to a new state with people such as, Blink and, these first videos that came back with neuroplasticity and Joe Dispenza and all of these different thought leaders around what is consciousness. And it really is kind of picked up and folded out of this, Swami type yoga kind of state to how do you actually apply consciousness in your life? And hypnotherapy, when I started to audit his classes and I would watch the components of what he was teaching and how the students were reacting, and I was actually watching them start to heal through just the education. And I immersed myself in it like I always do in anything that I start to become passionate about. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've done natural beauty, I've studied functional medicine, so I'm taking care of the outer, I understand the inner, but it all starts within. I've been painting women for 20 years. I can paint their hair, I can paint their face, I can have really great conversations with them, but this was the tool. And what I realized is that I've been painting women's cages for 20 years. And this was the ticket for me. This was the tool for my love and my passion for not only myself to live more consciously, but to help my clients live more consciously. What does that look like? Well, I can paint them all I want, but if they're still waking up in the morning, completely depressed, not happy with how they feel, it has nothing to do with how they look. And I'm very intuitive and I'm very compassionate for women, but I'm compassionate about their soul. I'm compassionate about them living from a place that's free, having dominion over what's right for them and their birthright, meaning having good boundaries. And unfortunately, we live in 5% of consciousness. 5%. You're hyper aware 5% of the time during the day. That rest of the 90% is all down here, meaning in the subconscious. So it created this avenue where I can utilize these different avenues to be able to discuss something differently with my client in a different way, ask different questions, help them unravel in their soul. And when we go into hypnotherapy, really what this is doing is that you're helping the client get to their goals and create a safe place, so it brings them into a relaxation. It brings them into, let's call it a meditation. And when we come into this meditation, we start to understand the double-mindedness and the double-bindedness in our brain. So if we have these conflictions, we're just simply confused. Have you ever felt like, I just feel stuck? I don't know why, but I just feel stuck. Because the subconscious and the conscious, I can see it, I understand it, I know why I did that, or I reacted that way, or why I still view my body this way, or why I still want to get, fillers because I want to look this way. But this hasn't been addressed. And when we address this and match it with this, and we get back into alignment, that's becoming hyper-aware. Then that's becoming more conscious about all these different situations in our life. That's when we start to live free. So hypnotherapy really is just a process. I can have a hypnotic experience with you right here. You're actually hypnotized listening to me right now. Have you ever watched TV? Watched a full program and you're just in it, and then you start to cry. The subconscious and the conscious are working together and you're hypnotized. Politics. We've been driven a set of beliefs, and we've been basically put in this box, and now you have a set of beliefs. You've been hypnotized. So really the process is unhypnotizing myself. Starts with me, so I can live consciously and out in an outward place to help you become more conscious in your life. And so I see this movement, it's very underground right now, but my passion now has turned into this outer beauty, this internal health, but the real ticket, that last ticket, to ultimately live with joy, freedom, and outer beauty, which is true inner beauty, is to create an alignment with our soul, with our value systems, and understand that at our core. And hypnotherapy creates a meditative state to allow you, to allow me in, to help you do some problem solving. Get back in alignment. Understand those triggers. Have some compassion and forgiveness for someone that had taken advantage of you when you were a child and you had no choice of being able to control that situation. So when you unweave all of those, let's call it chains and what have you, get back into alignment, you feel free and you live more radiantly in your life. So hypnotherapy for me is this ongoing pursuit that I don't know where it'll take me, but it certainly will be programs for women. It'll certainly be one-on-one session of just continuing what I'm doing, and that's bringing a collective whole consciousness, not only in myself, but in you watching this video right now. Because it is you that has the power to be brave and vulnerable and understand it's just a swarming land of confusion. It doesn't have to be painful. And when you feel that pain, move through it. But that's what frees you. That's what brings you to consciousness, and you become awake and view the world in an entirely different way. That's more enjoyable, free, and a compassionate place to be. That's why I love hypnotherapy, and that's why it is very much a pursuit in how I see clients, bring that into my practice, and will continue to evolve with this whole other world of our thought life. But it's here.